Hi. Had a pretty profound revelation today, which was the end of changing the world. You know, I've talked about this before, but I noticed a part of me that wants to change the world, and I started really inquiring in it and going, it wants to change the world because it's scared of the world. Like there's an inner child that's scared. And then it goes, what if you just changed you? And that got exciting. I'm just going to change me. Imagine how much more I could do if I wasn't also grabbing onto the world. And then it was like, what if you don't change you? Because there's some implication there's something wrong, and often we're making change without seeing what's wrong. It's like changing tires on your car every few hours before they ever got bald. Like you're just continually changing and changing, and I got to change this, and I got to change my life, and I got to change my body, and what if instead we see, first of all, what's wrong? Why does something need to be changed? And in our self-help world, I feel the need to point out things will still change themselves, but on a deeper level, surrendering the knowing that things will change themselves. I mean, obviously, the earth will still change. The world will still change. It's so egoic to think that I'm the one that's going to change it, and it's egoic to think that I should change me. You know, I understand there's a level where it's motivational to be like, I'm going to change my body, I'm going to change everything. But like, what if we've been doing that as a fix to something that we don't even acknowledge isn't wrong? You know, what if I have an energy in my body that just feels unloved, and instead of just being present with it and letting it feel unloved, I'm just going, I'm going to change that. And it's going, could you not change me? And could you just be with an energy that feels unloved or an energy that feels hated? Could you just be with me even if I feel unloved and stop changing everything? Could I just be present with what is? Am I going to go my whole life just changing everything and not noticing what's wrong? Is there something wrong? I know how we're like, oh, there's something wrong. There's the mandates, there's all the stuff. Yeah, but am I changing the world, and am I changing myself because I'm scared? And does that need to be accepted? Are we making changes because we're lonely? I'll get a new person to date. What's wrong? Can we be with what's wrong? I need to be seen. What's wrong? And what if instead I just, or you just, or whatever, or whoever wants to, just is with what's here? And experiences life versus thinking you're here to change what you're not experiencing. You have an inner child, you have an energy in your body that's going, I'm lonely, I'm scared, I'm sad. And what if by being present with it, you let God do the changing and not even look for those results? Just be present with it, experience it, feel it, cry it out, hear it, and undo the intense obligation of changing anything. Now, don't hear that as complacency and ignoring and just lethargy and being lazy. Hear it as fully experiencing life. What if your desire to change is in the way of change happening? Because the ego's trying to change everything. But if the ego's trying to change everything because there's something under it and you could be present for what's under it, you might heal that and see it and love it and get closer to the real you. And then God might go, now we move you and possibly the world forward. But we couldn't because you've been living in an unconscious fight or flight to change everything when nothing's wrong. And instead of continually changing new tires on your car, why don't you experience the tires? At one point, you will need to naturally change them. But for right now, experience versus change. I'll deal with the change. That's what God's saying. I'll deal with the change. Undo that obligation. It's just a suggestion. Or change everything. I don't care. Take it however you want. It's just something that was really profound for me this morning. And I felt a giant weight fall off. The world's in its own change, no matter what you do. Instead of changing the world, what if we find freedom? Experience freedom. Experience love. Experience the pain inside. And get more connected to you. Love you.